sir. Hope we're all well, hope we're all good. Rock. Good morning, good morning. Let's get it. Happy today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. Hope we're all well, hope we're all good. So, let's have a look here at the calendar. Thursday. Unemployment claims used to be red folder news, not anymore. Expecting it to be same numbers as last month, so if that comes back higher, it's going to be worse. We're going to see gold dump, come back better. You're going to see gold pump, employment market doing better. They can reduce rates. Sound sucks. Okay, we're back. So unemployment rates typically is red folder news. Now they're making it yellow folder news. And since it's yellow folder news, not really that much of an impact, but I still think that it can if we get drastically different numbers. If unemployment is getting better and we see unemployment numbers going down, it's going to allow them actually to cut interest, to hike interest rates here. So it's not going to be the most bullish. We want to see numbers actually come back higher, because then they have to keep interest rates lower. So we could see that. Now, let's see what ends up happening on the charts here. That news I'm not too worried about, but I want to actually see the technicals from yesterday. We had a big push up here. We respected this 4-hour support. We pushed up, we came retested again, then pushed up one more time, then failed. So we're just zigzagging at the moment. That has led the daily candle to close bullish here, but not the strongest bullish, rejecting previous daily support as well. 4-hour time frame, full consolidation, which obviously we can expect. We saw what lower time frame was doing yesterday, and now we're sitting at the 4-hour support here. So chilling at the 4-hour support, mixed session bias. If we can continue to bounce from here, breach above this 1 hour, we could see some potential upside like yesterday. That would be nice to see that. Maybe we come retest quickly here and then we can play the upside. We are guarded by some 30 minutes above and 15 minutes here. So a little bit tough in terms of range, because we have a lot of resistance above here. If we check the 30-minute, we'll bring that in as well. And we're going to put that there like this. So we are guarded by some of these. Now towards the downside here, I'm not going to be too aggressive on taking sells without good confirmation, but leaving this level, we do have a little bit of room just to test the previous. Again, these are tight sells. We need to basically manage as quick as possible, and we're looking for a quick pop, kind of like yesterday. Just popped pretty quick and then get out. Because ultimately, if we're going to continue what we did yesterday, I'm going to look for the same type of setup where we close back in the range and actually continue up. I wonder if there's a sneaky buy above somewhere here, where we can sneak in a buy above here. We're going to see this on a 5-minute time frame. Very tough on 5-minute time frame. But we're going to see how price action develops. If we see basically these candles here, right, close bearish and then something close above bullish, it's going to be a lot better. Something I'll be more excited for to try inside the range. Otherwise, I kind of want to leave this range. Maybe we can contest the 30 minutes, see if we can push through. Nasdaq, on the other hand, yesterday we had a little bit of a bounce from this 1-hour support, boom, and then we failed to actually continue down the bearish momentum, retracing, grabbing liquidity from yesterday, from pre CPI news lows, and then we started consolidating here. 4-hour time frame getting into a messy range, daily time frame showing us some sort of resistance from daily resistance. So yesterday was a pure ping pong day. We actually held daily support and held daily resistance, both. And where we stuck, middle of the range. Middle of the range, typically a harder place to trade in, because it lacks directional clarity. From the top of the range, we can look to get to the bottom. From the bottom, we can look to get mostly to the middle, then the top. So if we are in the middle here, we can literally choose two directions at the moment. Problem is our ranges here are pretty cooked here in terms of where we are. But above this 15, if we break out here, it's pretty nice. If we come back down, retest this 4-hour support, we can trade back up as well. So there is some nice setups that can happen. It's just we need to let price form in here. We don't want to trade on like messy areas like this and just get caught up with a lack of clarity of direction here. Selling into a 4-hour support, not going to be my plan at the moment. I want to see on futures how this 4-hour looks. It's not going to be the same, but I just want to know. Okay, 4-hour. So our 4-hour on futures is, yeah, we kind of have the same 4-hour. It basically matches that same 15. So yeah, we're actually aligned today, which is nice. So that's 100% telling me I don't want to sell into that. To sell to there, possible, but a little bit more on the aggressive side. I'd rather be a buyer from there until we break below. So we're going to see how price forms from this area here, and then we're going to tackle that. Now, looking at DAX here on the other hand, if we're looking at DAX, this is yesterday. We popped down yesterday after London Open, and then we started to bounce. Now we've just ranged after that bounce. We played ping pong between this support here and then this resistance up here, which now is a resistance. That's led the daily time frame to close bearish doji. Very messy range we're getting into now. A lot of rejection wicks, upside, downside. 4 hours going to be straight consolidation. We basically have back-to-back 4-hour candles sideways here. So very tough 4-hour ranges. Very tough overall ranges here. I want to see us do what we did yesterday. If you look at where I was buying from yesterday, I was buying from all the way down here. So I want to be in that zone. I don't want to buy from here. I want to be buying all the way down here would be safer if I'm going to buy. Or we get break out of this range, resolution, which would be a little bit better to resolve this range maybe towards the upside. So I'm going to see how this forms in the open. Now, if we're going to sell, this is not a bad place to sell. We've had pretty good success in selling from here. So if I do see price leave this, I can sell back to here before looking for those further buys. If it just dumps quickly, then I'm probably going to get the same setup as I got yesterday one more time there. So I can just play that same setup that I got yesterday, same idea. And I can also sell back towards there if we get the setup here. So we'll see in like 20-30 minutes how price is, you know, forming towards the open. Yesterday did actually move before the open. This was about 15 minutes before the open, so I'm going to keep an eye 15 minutes before the open. So basically this 15-minute candle, if this 15-minute candle closes below here, this could be a valid setup and something that I could try here. So I will be potentially trying that if it happens. So let's see what gold did. This candle here closing bearish now at resistance. So now if we can start to breach above there, there could be a little bit of sneaky buys. We could maybe look for a sneaky buy towards the upside, and then we can see how to tackle that. So yeah, that's the analysis for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the analysis. Everything makes sense. If it did, leave a like on the stream. Would appreciate it. 100 people watching, get up to 80 likes would be great. If not, everyone is sleeping. Any questions about the analysis, put it in and we'll see. So yeah, very interesting. $29 likes. You guys are not giving me any emotional support, guys. Yesterday England lost. I need some emotional support. No one's giving me emotional support. Never give me any support. No support on channel. No emotional support as well. Oh ho. Now I need to put emotional support. My own emotional support.
Guess who I'm muting their mic. Sadly, we're not coming home. Fuck!
We have to put this, wait.
Bro, I was actually buzzing for the game. I was fizzed for that match. And we just sold the bag, bro.
There we go. Prepared for Spain winning? I hope Spain wins. I hope Spain demolishes Argentina. I'm ready for Spain to win. Demolish. It's okay. Argentina had it easy, right? They didn't even play a top 20 team to get to the semi-final. So they've set a world record. World record of not playing a top 20 team to get to a semi-final.
Bro, it's all scripted, I'm telling you.
Come on, bro. This is the emotional support. 100% scripted? Yeah, come on, bro. Stayed up for it, wish I hadn't. Bro. What I think. FIFA is rigged? Yeah, bro. Bro, I stayed up for it as well. I went to bed at 3 a.m. yesterday. Corrupted Argentina. Argentina deserved it. They played better second half. I know. I don't know what happened, but it's like that's where I believe it's scripted. How can you have a team? Please explain this to me. Please explain how you have a team full first half dirty. Argentina playing as dirty as they can. England responding to the dirtiness, right? They played absolutely filthy. I thought I was watching school football, right? I mean, just full dirty. England responded to that. Then, second half, they got the goal. After they got the goal, it's like they stopped playing. Really. If anything is scripted, that's scripted. How can you switch that hard? It's like nothing happened. They just stayed in their half. They were playing inside the box. They were playing inside of the box. I don't get it. So if anything's scripted, that for me is scripted, because that's not England's mistake. That's scripted mistake for sure. If it's scripted, that's proof of scripting. No way, Harry? Bro, I bet 50% of people in the exclusive group now believe that it's scripted. It was a bit embarrassing on England's behalf. They did nothing. That's what I mean. I don't get it. Like, why would they do nothing? Why would they go play in the box that hard? They know Argentina can shoot, you know? You know Argentina can shoot. Obviously, once they play in the box, it's just a matter of time. And then Argentina played well. There's no doubt about that. I'm not saying they didn't play well. England got lucky. The score would have been higher. A lot of the time it hit the post because they allowed them in the box many times. Score should have been 3-1. 6 inches from the post, whatever. From the goal, sorry. So that just didn't make sense. But they always bottle it, man. This is England, though. Spain should take it? I hope so. What's your thoughts for entries on gold right now? We need close below, man. I don't enter impulsively. Nowhere to keep a stop loss here. It's a double no top wick here. So some heavy volume. But remember, this can lead to the buys. So if this is going to dump here aggressively, this can lead to the buys. We can fill this like yesterday. And then I can start buying back up from here. Like yesterday. $3 a.m. kickoff for you? Yeah, that's harsh, man. 3 a.m. is harsh. Argentina was already out after Egypt win. Bro, Egypt should have won, bro, for sure. They were dominating, and then, yeah, this team manager. Bro, I'm telling you. First half, they didn't. The ball was barely barely in England's half. The goalkeeper did nothing. He just sat there. He didn't have to do anything. Second half, different game. I just don't understand. I just don't understand how they get one goal and they completely sleep. Completely sleep. Harry, are you a cricket lover? Actually, something surprising about cricket. I used to play professional cricket for UAE. I've flown to England to play professionally. I was on a real team and for UAE representing. Yes, so I used to play very heavily, but I quit. I was trying to get scouted to play for England cricket, but I never made it that to get scouted. Why did you quit? I think I had a lot of momentum and I was being put into like pretty high level of the game. And then when I did a tour of England, I was hoping to get scouted there. And then I never got scouted. And then after not getting scouted, I kind of got bored of the game. Because when I went to England, I had to play ODI cricket, which is like 50 overs, long game. And then I played test cricket. And then I realized if I join a team, I can't tell the team, hey, I don't want to play test cricket. I don't want to play this. It's too boring. So when I realized that, I'm like, maybe it's not exactly what I wanted. You know, playing a game, like our game sometimes would last 2 days. 2 days of one game. One game is 2 days. So I'm like, I don't know if it's something, you know, that I want to do consistently. I was more interested in extreme sports. A lot of people were upset though. Can anyone remember how to set MT5? Can you move the charts like TradingView? Yeah, scale fix. Right click, scale fix. Properties, scale fix. Actually, wait, it's in common. Yeah, common, scale fix. Hello everyone, first time here. Welcome, welcome. So we're getting some rejection here. Let's double check NASDAQ quickly. What are we doing on NASDAQ? Okay, we reached the 4-hour support. We'll see if we want to bounce from here or what we want to do. I didn't know you watch football. No, I'm not. I didn't watch every match of the World Cup. Only England. Just the schedule was cooked. I won't be able to. Plus, I'm not. I don't need to watch every match, just teams I support. Hey Harry, can you explain quickly about NY entry 15 minute to 1 minute because there's no voice on that video if possible? Which NY entry, bro? And also which there's no voice on what video? The entries we took yesterday you're talking about, or you're talking about which one? I find it crazy that football is some people's entire world. No, I can understand to have a die-hard love for the sport. The one thing I don't understand, and this is the one thing I don't agree with, is that someone will put the effort to stay up, to ruin their schedule for the whole World Cup, okay? And not sleep and work off no sleep just to watch the World Cup. But they will not do that for their own selves to level themselves up in life. So they will take however long the World Cup is, 1-2 months, right? 1-2 months. And they won't do that for themselves to put in that extra effort. And then when it comes to themselves, they say to, what do they say? I'm too tired. It's too late. Right, so we might get a close below here. We're gonna see if we reacted off this on lower time frame. No, we got below it. 5-minute time frame, we're looking like this. 30-minute support we have sitting here, of course. So I feel like we need a 5 closing below this 30 here if we want to try to take some sells. So we did get the 15, it's a start. So let's see if we can now progress to the 5-minute candle closing below as well. If not, we might fake out in the range. No voice for this video. Ah yeah, there's no voice, but what you can do is you can go, I'm fixing that. You can go to the content library and then you scroll up to that video and you can watch it in the webinar, which is here using the 1-minute strategy. So just watch it from here. There you go. What entry did you take on NYSE? Can you show, please? Yeah, I took a buy on nasdaq and NYSE yesterday, a bounce play through here, and then also took a buy on US 30 yesterday. Played it through, where are we? Yeah, played it through here as well. Oh, I'm on a 5-minute. Yeah, played it through here, buys as well. So took 2 positions yesterday, NY, buys on YM here on US 30, and then took a bounce play buys using my New York strategy to take bounce play buys here on the lower time frame. And then in the morning, I think I still have the position. In the morning, I took this setup here on what's it called? On DAX. So 3 trades yesterday, 3 wins. So not bad, not bad. This is what I was saying actually. I was saying stay patient. Yo, Adam, you're drawing on the screen, my friend. This is what I was saying. Stay patient on Monday. Tuesday, wait for CPI, and then after, boom, we can get good trades. And that's exactly what happened. I was able to take 3 wins on one day because I just stayed patient. If I messed myself up beginning of the week trying to force myself to take trades, I didn't take trades. I took some attempts at trades, but I didn't have any winning trades. I just took some attempts, right? I took some attempts, went to break even, they tapped break even, and then on what's this call? On Wednesday after CPI, that's when it would clean up, and since it cleaned up, boom, that's where we really started to clean up the market as well. In this video, after the liquidity grab really low, you put SL on structure, but when we trade live, we often call it invalid because of bad SL. Why is it bad SL? Because there's structure here on lower time frame. We call it invalid because in real life, sometimes that's 100+ points. This is like 20 points in this. That's why in real life, because it doesn't make sense, right, to run like something 150 points. But in this example, that was only a 20-point bottom wick. Does that make sense? Yesterday's match was kind of a trade where it's close to SL, then a few minutes it hits TP, vouching for England. Sad we lost. Brother, tell me about it. It's not, I'm not sad we lost actually. We deserve to lose if we play like that. Like that was on us. It wasn't that Argentina did anything special and ran through our whole defense from their side of the field. The whole second half, Argentina was pressuring. At some point, right? At some point, it was going to go. It's like keep on pressing a button, right? Keep on pressing a button. At some point, you will lose money in the market. And if you don't lose, it's luck. That's what would have happened yesterday. If we didn't lose, it's luck. That's what we needed, just luck. Because we just had no control of the ball, nothing. It's just like they gave up. I was saying when I was watching the match, I said, I think they forgot we switched sides, right? They're on the right side of the pitch for the first half. They stayed there. I don't know this approach. Okay, score a goal and then come back, you know? Why take Rice off, Gordon off, and throw on a load of lumpy defenders? I don't know. It's like, okay, we scored a goal and now let's just play defense. It doesn't make sense though. They just needed to control more. Bro, I was so pissed yesterday. I was so pissed. It's a classic England parked the bus after goal. It is, and this is why they can never make it further. But anyways, I have nothing to say, man. I'm not a player on the pitch and I can't give an opinion because they are way more advanced than me and do a lot, you know? But we don't know the real picture. In my sense, it's like common sense. Like, I don't know. There was a vision yesterday. I swear there was a vision. After Argentina against Egypt, if they just put the same pressure, like the first half, if that continued, maximum the score would be 1-1. Maximum. And I think the game could have finished 1-0. For sure. Argentina woke up after conceding? No, second half. They were just had the ball the whole time in England's box. And England was just playing from the box the whole time. Seemed that by the 80th minute, the English just had decided to try to get the extra 30 minutes. Ah, man, I don't know. Argentina cheat? They didn't cheat, they played dirty yesterday. And it worked. But England responded. Should have had an octagon outside. Nothing's rigged. You can't say nothing's rigged. We have no idea. Maybe it may not be. But regardless, if anything was rigged, second half, England played bad for sure. But England played bad for sure. But is that the rigging? Is that where the money is? For someone to tip the team and say, hey, we'll pay you this much. You play from your box. We don't know. This world is very corrupt. Who knows? Like, this is something that I find really funny. You ready to listen to this, guys? Are you ready to listen to this? People, I have big arguments with people, do not believe sport is rigged. They do not believe. If I tell them football is rigged, no, it's not rigged, you're lying. But they're the same people who don't care that publicly we can watch the markets be manipulated. We can watch Trump make money from the markets manipulating other institutions, manipulating us. We can watch the hard money you work for be printed with no backing. They print trillions of dollars. You guys don't even earn millions. And it's being printed. So how can you argue and say that there's not a chance that sports are rigged? And I would say, guys, you ready to hear this? If the second half Argentina did not score with the way England was playing, this would convince me even more that it is rigged. Because there's no way you could have a team play that much from the line and Argentina didn't score. If they kept hitting the post, shooting it over the goal, not getting, then I'd say it's also rigged. And we won by luck. So I'm not one-sided just because England lost. I want to make that clear. Like, there's always a chance of some sort of match fixing. You want to know the biggest match fix things that I actually have proof that is match fix? Is IPL, Indian Premier League for cricket. That I have proof it's fixed. I've seen it firsthand. No, are you sure? Come on. That's gonna cause some upset? I've seen it, man. That's the problem. I've seen it. I've seen the guys who fix the matches. I've seen it firsthand. And it's crazy. They literally change. There'll be someone who gives someone on the pitch signs to tell the bowler to, because they bet by bowl, right? If he's gonna bowl wide, they will pay him $100,000. These cricket players don't make as much. They make money from, like, if there's someone who wants, if a bookie wants to fix it and the bowler bowls wide, he will purposely bowl wide so that he will get that money for, so because someone betted on $100,000 that he'll bowl wide. I mean, they also fix it in TV delay. The big telecom companies, that the only place you can watch the match, they'll put 5-second delay. So all the guys betting on TV, the guy in the real match can change the bet. I mean, there's many techniques. What do you think 5-minute close below on NAS on the 15? No, not for me. Too many rejections. This is a 4-hour support. I don't want to be selling into a 4-hour support. The same way I don't want to buy into a 4-hour resistance. Both areas here are not where I want to be buying or selling. I want to sell. I want to buy to that, or I want to sell to this. So this type of 5-minute here candle closing bullish here, I'm going to keep an eye on. We have double rejection of 4-hour support, plus 15-minute candle closing bullish, plus the 1-hour close. 1 hour can close doji bullish. Looks okay. 30-minute time frame will also close bullish. Just I need to watch this. So I'm going to wait for the 1 hour open here. We'll have at least some confirmations now. What's your opinion on prediction markets? Like, are they useful in some way, but a lot of intern info is moved? I mean, prediction markets definitely going to be the new future of betting for sure. It's very interesting, you know. What's interesting is now prediction market Kalshi. What is it, Kalshi? They're now getting into trading now. So I wonder if they're going to adapt some sort of prediction market into trading. So we want this to chill for 2 minutes. I don't want it to reach this box here. And I especially don't want it to reach this 4-hour resistance. So I want to just be able to run, maybe stop somewhere here, 31 points. 24 points to the 4-hour can get break even. Yeah, about 27. Let's just see the 1 minute. Yeah, double 1 minute structure I can get away with. Where is that double 1 minute structure? Let's have a look. Here's the second one. Yeah, so that's where, so stops like 30 points. So we'll need some volume to be able to push 30 points is around there. So we need to get through the 4-hour actually. Is Forex price action fixed? It's a great question, man. And yes, some low shitty brokers, low liquidity brokers will manipulate their charts. So that's the way of fixing it. What about DAX open trade? You'll rarely get a DAX open trade, but because it just moves too crazy. But if this closed somewhere here, yes, correct. That would be a DAX open trade, but now we don't have range. I'm actually looking at NASDAQ here. Let's keep an eye here, 56 seconds or something. I want to see a bottom wick. All right, so we have a bottom wick. 15-minute is bullish. Good bottom wick now. 5 change of structure. Not too worried about this previous 15 because of this bottom wick. Yeah, this is the bottom wick we want to see. So breaking the high. That's what I'll be looking for. Now, if we didn't have this bottom wick, that previous 15 would be a little bit scary. So now stop loss is getting bigger here. We'll see if it still flips. I do like to still keep the stop loss in the same place. This is just grabbing liquidity. Let's check what DAX did on the open. Wicked up, rejecting. What is gold doing? Gold moving up. Let's see how the 15 close. 15 close here, resistance. 30-minute time frame doji here. Remember what we spoke about, right? More of the buy scenario. I kind of want to see one more 15-minute candle close above here, and then I go for the wick fill. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, now NASDAQ is cooked. NASDAQ cooked. Gonna delete my buy stop there. That's just same actually open happened yesterday on the 1 hour. And then we just ranged for the session. But yeah, now stop loss is too big. I don't have risk to reward. So now let's just wait a little bit. Let's go back to gold, see what we can do with gold here, because this is a nice retest here. I feel like if we can leave this on the 5 here, we can get some good action. Yeah, we can get some good action if we leave this on the 5. What do you think about gold buys on the break of the 30-minute? See, the only problem is this 30-minute close below the range. So you do have rejection, but you can also argue rejection from here. So there is a vision there. It's just, I would want to see one more extra confirmation, like us leaving this. Let's mark this 5 here. I mean this 15. I want to see us leave this. Yeah, something close above that. I feel like I'll get a much more accurate move. We have no breaks of structure. We're continuing down at the moment. It's very messy, right? If you look at this on a 15-minute time frame, we're basically barcoding. Anyone selling like lows here, it's not going to make sense. We know that this is a rejection zone. Same story as yesterday. If you sold the lows here, you got cooked. So I prefer you looking for buys. It makes a lot more sense. But personally, I don't want to go that early. But if you feel like you're ready to go that early, then yeah, I'd say stop has to minimum be 45 points. Not a bad stop. But I think I'm going to probably wait for just one more 5-minute to candle to close above, or for us to break the high, retest here, reject, and then break it again. That would give me confidence.
On Nasdaq, when you didn't worry about the previous 15, was it because like we had the twice rejection from the 4-hour?
Yeah, this double rejection from 4-hour. Plus, we're like showing that rejection here on the 30-minute. 5-minute has a change of structure. 15-minute didn't tap the previous yet.
Yeah.
And then we were making that big bottom wick. If it was like a tiny bottom wick and started to flip, I don't know, maybe I would hesitate. You know?
Yeah.
So, but with this big liquidity, like the bottom wick double liquidity grab here, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, sure. Cool. Thanks, man.
Oh, good. Also, market position much better than yesterday, right? This is where we were yesterday. We're here today.
Yeah.
So if we're actually going to bounce up from here, from this area that we did early yesterday, actually late yesterday, should do that. It's a bit safer. Hey Harry, what makes futures and CFD prices on gold converge? The difference is quite small right now. It's a great question, that, and it's simply just based on probability chance of it moving the same way. And the way that happens is just because the only thing that changes why CFDs move different than futures is because of market timing. That's the only difference. It's not really the actual candle itself. You can trade the same candles. The 15-minute will look pretty much exactly the same most of the time. But the 4 hours and market open, market close is slightly different. But yeah. Actually, this month has been very good, guys. We've been on quite a belter here. A lot of wins. A lot of wins back to back. I mean, just yesterday, I rarely take 3 trades in a day. So it was a very cool day yesterday to have 3 trades in a day. And when the market delivers, it delivers. Right now, last month, the month before, after I made that adjustment, we've just been absolutely cooking. Absolutely cooking. I even increased risk last month, and normally when I increase risk, sometimes I lose. It's like the laws of physics, but this time we're winning, making like 15-20% months. We're pleased to inform you have successfully passed the evaluation of your Apex account. Let's go. But yeah, that's a pretty shitty certificate. I have to agree. But yeah, I'm also have a goal. I want to see us get to 200k payouts by at least the end of the year. And these are legit payouts, like people, not just like scam payouts. And these are not including my payouts, otherwise that's cheating. So I want to see us get there. And I think the guys can do it for sure. For sure, for sure. No pressure, no pressure. Don't worry, bro. I'll get you there. I hope so. I hope so. That would be fun. Buy or sell now, please. Both. Hey, Harry, do you still stream Tuesday and Thursday? On YouTube, yes, but I'm live double sessions every day in the group. I'm live for London and NYSE. Been cooking win streaks. So yeah, just on YouTube 2 days. Correct. If all your students take the same trades on prop firms, would they not say it's copy trading? No, because there'll be slight difference in execution and stuff like that. We got Asian now. Yeah, we have London, but I'm just saying I'm live for London and NYSE, but we have London streams, we have Power Hour streams now, and Asian streams. So we actually have 4 streams. So if you're not making money in this group, then you need to just study more in the group or ask me more questions. Because the way that we're like excelling now, I've never seen success like this before with others. It's very, very satisfying. Very satisfying. NYSE stream also on YouTube? No, NYSE stream is with the guys. Making bread like a baker? How do I join the group? Oh, you just need to apply, and if you get accepted after your application, then there'll be a link sent to your email to join the group. That's it. You can, it's by subscription. Here's the link. So yeah, you just have to put application because we just want to make sure that people have goals and they're serious and stuff. I don't want just people, you know, coming wasting time. What's the plan for NAS? Well, right now we're rejecting here. So technically this candle closure here, we are now starting to get below the range. Every time we've got below the range, we've rejected. And where we rejected from, at the moment, we're holding this 15 here. So maybe we can start to look for something below the 15, but we start to lose range. Gold, on the other hand, showing me some form of good structure being formed. Again, if we can get above here on gold, I would start to look for buys. Otherwise, we're just going to consolidate and it's going to mess up everyone. I don't want to be messed up, right? DAX is ranging. NASDAQ, let's see what we do below this 15. There could be a little bit of a small short that we can make. There was still an option here. This is more of an aggressive option. I don't want to give back profits doing this, but I do see the vision of trying to trade back to here one more time. It's only 3-4 points distance and then go break even, you know, and see if it can push through, but it's too risky. Hey Harry, can you please explain your bias again? What's give you strong confirmation of bias besides previous strong candle close? To be honest, bias actually comes from the story of the market. So this is something that I always do, is tell the story. It's not some weird thing. It's just being able to talk out what the price action has done. Where have we gone to grab liquidity? Where is momentum coming from? What is the market doing? The bias, right? The bias is only on just for a candle confirmation. That's what bias is made for. Does this wick fill make any sense? Let's have a look. For this type of wick fill, no, because we're tapping a target here, man. So you're not filling a wick, you are trying to fill a rejection. So if it rejects again, you lost. So don't try sell a rejection. It's not good long term. Oh, nice. Look at this pullback, man. We're coming back to the lows here. This is where around I was taking buys from yesterday, guys. This is nice. This is my buys from yesterday here. This is where I took buys yesterday, London session. Right here. We are coming very close to that level, so I could get that same buy. This is kind of what I wanted to see. What Booker calls us a power hour? All right, let's see how DAX performs here. We could probably get a buy soon on DAX. Let's keep a good eye on it. Gold is just chopping a little bit at the moment, so I'm going to keep a bit of an eye on DAX. Cool. About to take out these lows, so we probably need to break that first. That's a big 5-minute candle, huh, boys? What's your strategy behind your trading based in psychology? It's about understanding what causes triggers in the market, right? So you're not gonna, everyone's psychology is gonna be different and everyone is gonna have their own personal. There's no one statement that's gonna apply to all. It's all your personal journey. Outside habits can definitely impact your habits on the charts, right? So make sure to fix your outside habits so that you don't repeat that on the charts. And then also realize what is your emotional triggers. Hold yourself accountable to that. Have something to do this, you know? This would be the best psychological approach. But at the end of the day, it's individual. So don't try a blanket statement with someone has said, because that might not relate to you. That might not relate to you. Tell us a story. Well, in my sense here, everyone was around me was mostly having issues with overtrading. Although I did have my fair share of overtrading, I managed to become very disciplined. But that discipline caused me to now hesitate before entry. I was scared to press the button. While everyone was happy to press a button multiple times a day, where I was scared to press a button. So I didn't know how to train myself to be able to be confident to press a button, and I just spoiled it by saying that word, and that was the cause is confidence. But I realized the difference was that the chart was causing me to be not confident. What qualifications do you have to be able to trade? Does your mom know that you're on YouTube today? Does she know that you're on YouTube right now?
Ooh, you personally, I'm not taking that.
And also, you can ask your sister as well. She knows why, what qualifications I have. Would have this been valid? I was looking at it, didn't take it because no high time frame confirmation bounce. What time frame is this? 5 minute here. No, this one's very tough. Buying a downtrend, no change of structure. I prefer change of structure first. How much is a subscription to join your group? The investment is not much. It's like $60 for 3 months. $60 a month for 3 months. If you can't afford that, I would recommend you maybe need to get a job before starting trading. Would be something a little bit better. That's just for the group, yeah. It's a lot of value for that, to be honest. We will increase soon. It's needed. Alright, now gold might start to wake up. This 5 minute candle coming here. We have the 15-minute confirmation close. 5 minute candle here. That's the problem. No 1 minute structure. Okay, let's just see how this ends up forming. We could do something soon here. If you have 1-to-1 RR but you still cut the position at 80%, then you have negative RR. Is this okay? What does your PNL say, my friend? Forget about everything. Just what is your profit and loss saying, and then look for things to fix that. You know? And if you're not at that step, start measuring success not from profit and loss. Start measuring success from habits. So we didn't close below, guys, right? So we need to wait for that, and then we can get some sells here. Okay, DAX. Bro, I have a feeling just this 1 minute is gonna send it, man, from this zone here. That's a good bottom wick. I don't have time though. Three minutes, 30 seconds. Yeah. Didn't have time to calculate. Whenever you don't have time to calculate, don't FOMO in. I saw this option late. And I'm like, look, I know I won't have time to calculate the stop quick enough. If I end up FOMOing in, I might FOMO in with wrong risk. So you just leave it. But yeah, this is what I was expecting from this zone here. Exactly. Not 1-to-1, might need structure, so there might be a way in actually. Unless good volume comes, it will hit there. Otherwise, it might need structure. Right, will we get the close below here? We have nice structure now forming. Bam, snapped up here. 6 minutes for the 15. 15 would be nice to get below this 30. 5 minute has liquidity now, so if 5 minute can close below in 1 minute, it's also cool. I don't mind this closing bullish. Next one below, this will be better actually. We get the 15 confirmation, easy sell. Stayed patient, waited for a proper setup, this will be better. On futures, previous 5 already closed below 30. Oh, that's interesting. I think I'll still wait here for the 15, just to have double confirmation. It's not too confident. See, had to be ready for that. That was too fast to be ready for that. I just saw that. But it's cool I saw that. Was able to clock onto it. That was very nice. Nas maybe wants to retest lower. Potential chance here. Gold. Will gold close below here? We're gonna try 3 minutes here. We're trying at the moment. There's 4-hour support, brother. Not for me, but I'm gonna check futures. Let's see on futures, where's the 4-hour? Yeah, there is one on futures, correct. So we need to close below the 4-hour support right now. So if we can close, it would be the same though. If we close below this, it will be the same as closing below the 4-hour support. This is the same. So if this can flip in the next 2 minutes and close below, we will also close below on 4-hour support. So I'm not too worried about that. And anyways, if it closed above that, I wasn't gonna take it anyways, so you know. 1 hour no top wick is an issue. I do have a top wick. So this line here on futures is the same as a 4-hour support, so I'm not too worried about it. 4 hours lower for me. Check GC, man. Not MGC. You have to use GC. Last 1 minute. We need a good candle close here. Gonna have my order ready just in case, but it's not looking like it wants to budge and close below. It's trying hard, it's trying hard. Will it do it? It's a bit stuck. Oi. We are below, but we're not below the 4 hour here. It's a bit too much of a risk. This is a bit too much of a risk because now we're selling into the 30. We're selling into the 4 hour. So the only way I enter here is one more 5 close because now we have a nice 30-minute close, but it failed to close below support. So I'd be breaking my rules by just going break of low here. This would be taking a gamble, right? I would just be gambling and hoping that price continues. If volume comes, this will work out. But I'm not here to say if. I'm here to say this is what I have. These are my confirmations and I'm confident. So I do really, it looks like it really wants to go down, but this looks can be deceiving, right? I mean, this looks like it wants to break the low and fly, I have to say. Like the amount of rejections we've had. If I wanted to trade off FOMO, I would definitely press the sell button. But looks may be deceiving, and this is what makes me profitable, is the ability to watch this play out and not be phased because I know that I could lose this trade any day. I could lose this trade any day because there's no confirmation until I at least get a 5. At any point, this can break the low now, snap back, and everyone would be crying. All right? So I have to wait 3 minutes 25 seconds before I can touch it. And if in 3 minutes 25 seconds it's down here, that's me done because it's not my plan. In 3 minutes 25 seconds, this could be back in the range and I saved myself. This could snap back anytime now. Break the low, snap back, and it will respect this support here. I would not be surprised, guys, to see this candle bullish. Easily can flip bullish anytime. Up, there you go. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit patient now for 2 minutes 38 seconds. Whatever happens, happens. If it's on the floor, it's not my trade, no confirmation. If it closes below, I will give it one shot. And that shot is still aggressive because I don't have the 30 and the 15 closing below that support. And if it closes above, then following my plan has saved me. And that's why I follow my plan. The difference now is if I took it here, break of low, and I'm holding this drawdown, I'm very uncomfortable. If you've watched me take trades, I even talk about trades going into drawdown and how I'm comfortable about that trade going into drawdown. I'll say, yeah, I don't mind the retest here, and I allow it to play out. But this type of drawdown, I'm very nervous, especially when I'm risking $2,000+ on a trade. Here I feel very uncomfortable, like I am about to waste hard work money that I've made from actually trading and following my plan. Futures, it closed below? Nah, it didn't. It didn't close below. Nas sell? I haven't looked at Nas. Yeah, his problem is that support here, major support. So we need to get below probably this zone here. Maybe aggressive stop 25 pips, because if it closes below here, we shouldn't get rejection. Still struggling here, guys. Still struggling. We need to see the close. 17 seconds for it to make a decision. Do sellers want to take control now, or are we going to see buyers continue to hold control? At the moment, buyers are taking control. So let's see if the sellers can come in on the last 5 seconds here. Wow. That's below on this. Futures we are at. My broker, we are also not below. Sketchy. Very sketchy. Very sketchy. So the only way I enter right now is a 1 minute candle leaving this range here, guys. That's the only way I can aggressively, because that's the only way that I trust we're going to get something. And I go with aggressive stops here, because if it comes back in the range, I want to be done and I want to be paid quickly. The minute it comes back in the range, I'm done with this trade. I don't want to give it a chance. If it just blasts through now, I'm very happy to leave it, because there's no confirmations for me. Check what DAX is doing. Hey. Nasdaq. Nasdaq could get below in 3 minutes here. A lot of rejection wicks, dangerous zone to sell at. Very dangerous zone to sell at. 14 seconds for gold candle to close here. Let's keep an eye on gold. Not lose track. Will this 1 minute flip here and do the business? 5 seconds. Not yet. Still trying. This is why I believe if we get a 1 minute candle close below, it has to pop. You will see a big pop. If it doesn't, it's game over anyway. So I can just put a tight stop. If it bounces from here, then we get kept safe. Super simple. I just leave it. There you go. That's its resolution. People will look at this as messy price action. This is very good price action. Because this is where following my rules today is keeping me safe. Will you go long on gold now? What, just right now? Press it, you mean? Nasdaq about to close the 5 minute below here. I wonder if Nasdaq is going to dump, or are we going to get a fake out? Let's see 1 minute structure. We do have 1 minute structure. 1 minute 20 for this candle. I'm worried we get a fake out, but we could still give it a shot here, guys. We could still give it a shot. Unless it just flies now, the last 1 minute. But again, same way I wait for close on gold, same way I have to wait for close here. This can fake out here, so we have to be very careful. We will be aggressive with management when we have to be. Let's see. And I need a decent top wick here, unfortunately. So if it just open dumps, I'm not interested because I feel like it can fake out. Bit deep here, man. So around 34 point stops is a big target here. So I need to see a decent top wick here because we've just pushed back to back 1 minute. If this just open dumps, I'm not interested because I want to keep stops here. Especially if it closed no bottom wick. We do have a small bottom wick, but now I need to see big top wick. I need to see liquidity be grabbed. Otherwise, I'm not interested myself here. Yeah, if this just continues like this, not with this stop. This will probably end me up break even because it just doesn't have the juice. Unless today we get an absolute melt, but I can't rely on that. 15-minute close in 4 minutes though, that can also be interesting. Without that liquidity trap, it's keeping us safe for potential fakeouts. Nice to wait. Yeah, not only that, it's just that this is a high chance that unless we get lucky with volume, it's gonna just be a break-even trade. Because we are pushing down straight here. And unless today just absolutely melts back to back, which more likely would happen in something like NYSE, then you're just gonna end up moving to break-even somewhere and you're gonna get a snapback. Like 34 points is not really that small of a move, you know? That's the move it has to make just to get a 1-to-1. Like we're past the 5 minute here. It's a pretty deep move. We also do not have any higher time frame confirmation of a 1 hour close below, no 30-minute close below, no 15-minute close below, only a 5-minute close below. So I want to make sure I have like a max confirmation and I'm not just FOMO selling the lowest point of the day. This is the lowest point of today. And then it starts to reverse from here. And today we don't get continuation market. We get a lower high market where price is literally making lower highs and doing stuff like this. But that's gonna potentially stop me out. Gold kept us safe? Yes. Following rules kept me safe on gold. And now it's also retracing. Oh, sorry, that's wrong pair. I was like, oh, also retracing here, but that was the wrong pair. So I think it's best to wait for the 15. I would prefer the 5 closes weak bearish, I mean bullish, so we can get a sort of thunderstorm momentum. So if this closes like this, we're still lacking 1 minute structure. I want to see a good top wick here. We still have 1 minute and 35 seconds for that to happen. And then actually I want to run an aggressive stop. I don't think we get paid on 15-minute stops. It doesn't make sense to me. We're going to get paid from this. 54 points. It's a big dump for London. Because London, we're from up here. Yeah, that's a big dump. Oh wow, last 46 seconds we might get a bit of a push if that's gonna decide like that. I still don't mind it closing here, but big top wick. I can run stop loss on back in 5-minute range, 34 points. As long as I get the top wick for my liquidity, that's all I need. You can see this 5-minute without the top wick, it's not trying to do much here. We haven't gone too far. It's only pushed 7 points. 7, 8 points. Let's see the top wick now. If no top wick, we call it too much of a deep close. Very simple. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now I need a retest. So I'm gonna wait for the retest. Somewhere here, I'll look for more sells down. Super simple. I just need to be patient because I'm not gonna sell the lows of the day. You know, maybe I'm gonna wait here for the 1 hour close. We have the 1 hour close coming soon, and we can get a big top wick by then. And all I need is some sort of retest here. A lot of 5 minutes back to back. If this is just gonna dump straight, cool. But there's not enough liquidity for me to run a good stop loss and sell the lowest point of the day. I'm not a guy who likes to sell the lowest point of the day with no liquidity. So I just wait for a better price. I want to be in from a better price so I can get a better outcome here. So this is going to be my plan. Gold saved. We got saved. I'll follow the plan here. 15-minute candle close here. We're just stuck in a range, to be honest. How about DAX? DAX is also giving us a close below. Maybe there's an option to sell DAX here. Yeah, DAX has a bit more juice in her in terms of the way we've closed on DAX. We just don't have the range. That's the difference. So we have to check the range. You know, we're stuck here. 4 hour time frame, just below 4 hour. 1 hour support coming up. But we have a wick here as well that we've crossed. So it's not too bad, but you know, we just don't have the range like we have on NASDAQ. So yeah, I'm gonna stay patient, probably trade a little bit more, see what happens. Maybe I catch something off stream here. I'll let you guys know in the Telegram. Make sure you join the Telegram so you guys can get updates. Everyone needs to join it. I post all my trades there. It's very good so you guys can see my trades. Obviously, it costs nothing. So just pop in there. There you go. Much love, guys. Take care. And hopefully catch you guys on Tuesday. Have a good weekend. Good trading. And I'll see you guys on YouTube then, all right? Peace. See you guys. Bye-bye.